Picture a battlefield, the air thick with tension and fear. Amidst the chaos, a single man, Arjuna, stands with an unerring resolve. His eyes, determined and unwavering, are locked onto his adversary. In the heart of this epic conflict known as the Mahabharata, a decision is made. A decision that would alter the course of the battle, and indeed the course of history. In his hands, Arjuna holds more than just a bow. It's an instrument of divine power, a conduit for the godly energy of the universe. He prepares to unleash the Brahmastra, a weapon not of steel or iron, but of pure, devastating energy. This is no ordinary weapon, nor is it one used lightly. It is a weapon of last resort, a manifestation of divine energy invoked through a sacred mantra. The Brahmastra, according to the ancient Hindu texts, was a weapon so powerful it could destroy the world. It held the energy of the universe, the destructive power of 1,000 suns. This was not a weapon that merely killed, it annihilated, leaving nothing in its wake but dust and echoes of its devastating power. Yet the Brahmastra was more than just destruction. It was a symbol of the divine, a testament to the immense power that gods held and, on rare occasions, bestowed upon mortals. It was a weapon of such power and majesty that it commanded both awe and fear, reverence and dread. And so, on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Arjuna invoked the Brahmastra. The air crackled with energy, the earth trembled and the skies darkened as the weapon was summoned. The battlefield fell silent, each warrior, each spectator frozen in a moment of collective anticipation and fear. As the Brahmastra roared through the skies, the world held its breath, witnessing a power that could bring forth creation or destruction. This was the unleashing of the Brahmastra, a moment that would echo through history, a testament to the immense power and potential of this legendary weapon. The Brahmastra, once unleashed, left an indelible mark on the pages of Hindu mythology. Its tales of use by powerful figures such as Ram, Bhishma, Ashwatthama and Parashuram are woven into the rich tapestry of ancient narratives, each one highlighting a different facet of this divine weapon's terrifying power. Our first tale takes us to the epic of Ramayana, where Lord Ram, the seventh avatar of Vishnu, uses the Brahmastra. Here the weapon is depicted with the unique ability to target specific individuals, demonstrating its precision. When the demon king Ravana abducts Sita, Ram's wife, a fierce battle ensues. In the midst of this chaos, Ram invokes the Brahmastra, which, like a guided missile, zeroes in on Ravana, ending his reign of terror once and for all. Next, we turn to the pages of the Mahabharata, where Bhishma, the grand old man of the Kuru dynasty, wields the Brahmastra. Unlike Ram's targeted use, Bhishma's Brahmastra is presented as a weapon of widespread destruction, a tool of last resort. In the great battle of Kurukshetra, Bhishma, despite his moral reservations, resorts to the Brahmastra, causing devastation on an unprecedented scale. Our journey through mythology then brings us to Ashwatthama, the son of Guru Drona. His tale paints the Brahmastra as a weapon capable of such massive destruction that it risks bringing about the end of the world. Ashwatthama, in a fit of rage and grief over his father's death, unleashes the Brahmastra with the intent to destroy the Pandavas. The resultant devastation is so great that it threatens to annihilate the world itself, forcing the gods to intervene and contain its destructive energy. Finally, we encounter Parashuram, the sixth avatar of Vishnu, known for his wrath and warrior skills. His use of the Brahmastra is unique, as it showcases the weapon's divine origin and its potential for retribution. In the battle against the oppressive Kshatriyas, Parashuram invokes the Brahmastra, symbolizing divine justice and the restoration of cosmic order. From precision strikes to widespread destruction, from risking world's end to serving as a tool of divine justice, the Brahmastra's power and versatility are as varied as the tales that tell of its use. While these stories are steeped in mythology and spirituality, they also hold a mirror to our own times, where humanity wields weapons of mass destruction capable of untold devastation. The tales of the Brahmastra serve as a grim reminder of the terrible power that can be wielded by those who command divine energy. As we delve deeper into these ancient narratives, we find echoes of our own world, reminding us of the responsibility that comes with such power and the dire consequences of its misuse. In our modern world, the Brahmastra finds a chilling parallel in the form of nuclear weapons. As we delve into this comparison, it's almost eerie to see the similarities between these two immensely destructive forces, separated by millennia, yet bound by their potential to wreak havoc. Let's begin with the destructive potential. The Brahmastra, as described in ancient Hindu texts, had the power to annihilate entire armies, level cities, and even alter the landscape. The same can be said about nuclear weapons. The bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki during World War II bear testament to the immense destructive capabilities of these modern-day Brahmastras. Then there are the after effects. The Brahmastra was said to cause severe environmental damage, making the land barren and uninhabitable, poisoning the waters, and causing the death of unborn children. Doesn't this sound hauntingly similar to the nuclear fallout we're all too familiar with? The radiation from nuclear weapons has long-lasting effects, causing genetic mutations, cancer, and environmental degradation. But it's not just the physical destruction that draws these two together. It's also the ethical implications that come with wielding such power. In Hindu mythology, the Brahmastra was considered a last resort, to be used only when all other options had failed. It was a weapon of great responsibility, requiring the user to have a clear mind and pure intentions. Similarly, the use of nuclear weapons is a heavily debated ethical issue. They are seen as a last resort, a deterrent to prevent war rather than to wage it. This brings us to the concept of mutually assured destruction, prevalent in both cases. In the epics, the use of a Brahmastra by one party could be countered by the same weapon from the opposing side, leading to a stalemate of destruction where nobody wins. Fast forward to the Cold War era and we see the same concept at play, where the use of nuclear weapons by either the US or the Soviet Union would result in total destruction for both. So, are we not standing at the same crossroads as our mythological heroes? We hold in our hands a power that can bring about the end of times. But, like them, we also have the wisdom to understand the consequences of unleashing this power. Just like the Brahmastra of old, our nuclear weapons hold a power that could spell the end of our world as we know it. There are places in our world that hint at a past marked by a power eerily similar to our modern nuclear weapons. Let's embark on a journey to these ancient sites where the whispers of unexplained radiation still echo. One such place is tucked away in the vibrant landscapes of Rajasthan, India. Here we find evidence of a great explosion that occurred around 8,000 years ago. The area is scattered with ruins of buildings and pottery shards, all fused into green glass due to an intense heat that can only be compared to a nuclear explosion. The mystery deepens when we recognize that the radiation levels in this region are alarmingly high, akin to those observed in Hiroshima and Nagasaki after the atomic bombings. But what could have caused such a catastrophic event in an era supposedly devoid of nuclear technology? This is where the threads of mythology and history intertwine. Some theorists suggest that these ruins could be remnants of an ancient war fought with weapons of extraordinary power, akin to the legendary Brahmastra. The epic tales of Mahabharata and Ramayana recount the use of this divine weapon, capable of destroying entire civilizations in a blink. The descriptions of its destructive power strikingly resemble the aftermath of a nuclear explosion. The Brahmastra, as described in these ancient texts, was a single projectile charged with all the power in the universe. It was said to cause an incandescent column of smoke and flame as bright as 10,000 suns that would rise in all its splendor, turning everything to ashes. The fallout was lethal, poisoning food and water, causing prolonged environmental damage, much like the radiation fallout we know today. If we venture beyond the borders of India, we find similar signs of unexplained radiation in various parts of the world. From the deserts of the Middle East to the grasslands of Central Asia, there are places where the Earth's crust exhibits abnormal radiation levels, hinting at a past marked by a devastating power. These remnants of a bygone era stand as silent witnesses to the power that once was and the power that we now hold. They bear testimony to the fact that we may not be the first civilization to harness the destructive force of the atom. As we stand in the shadow of these ancient mysteries, we are reminded of the power we wield today and the caution we must exercise with it. Let's not forget the lessons these ancient tales and mysterious sites teach us about the consequences of wielding power without wisdom.